Vacation travel hacks here. Today, we are talking about shore excursions. We're talking about Amber Cove and the shore excursions brought to you by Carnival and a third party option, which we always like to consider just in case the money savings justify the potential risk. So let's hop into it. Amber Cove, there's literally something for everybody, whether you're old, young, adventurous, not adventurous, work for the government, don't work for the government. There is something for everybody to do, ranging from nothing, not getting off the boat and enjoying the peace and tranquility, to zip lining and river rafting and all sorts of good stuff. So it really comes down to, hey, what do you want to do? How much do you want to spend? So what I'm sharing here is a little bit of some of the offerings. And you can get, if you're thinking, hey, you're an ATV person, it's worth noting that some of these adventures, cabanas in particular, ATVs, some of the things with limited capacity, like this, for example, the mega truck country ride, there's limited availability and some of this stuff does sell out. So if you see something, you can wait. And I paid the price for this when I went to Aruba. There was De Palm Island. I was like, oh man, I'll just wait. It's $79. I'm just going to wait and wait for a couple paychecks. Well, two things happened. One, the price went up $50 per person, and I waited one more week and it was sold out. And now it's $159. So anyway, long story short, if you see something, talk to your group, talk to your people, and let's take a look and see what's going on. So you got ATV rides, and then you got Costa Dorada all-inclusive beach escapes. Now, one of these is 4.5 stars, so you kind of know what you're going to get. The other is 2.5 stars, 11 reviews. So I'm going to dig in and see if this is just a bad customer service experience, or did maybe the picture not line up to what they're expecting. So it looks like you're going to end up on a beach and there's going to be a bunch of stuff for you to do and it'll be a good time. So let's go down, scroll down, look at this buffet. It's all inclusive, so I assume that comes with it. So we got 3 5 stars. All right, here we go. Not worth the money. Let's see why it was not worth the money. Very large resort. Yeah, it looks like it. The beach pool, way too many people. Hey team, it sounds like this one does not sell out. They'll just, you buy it, they're going to be there. So it just sounds like they were disappointed with the how many people were there. A lot of people enjoyed the product. We can continue down reading other results. They like the pool, drinks were watered down. That sounds like an all-inclusive resort to me. Not all all-inclusives are like that, but typically that is my experience. Resort is 3 stars. Food is okay. Fabulous beach and amenities. Fabulous beach and amenities, 1 star. And did not. Staff was very. It's 5 star. I was like, man, this looks like a 5-star review to me. And other people made the notes as well. Okay, so not a whole lot of reviews into it. So if you're an all-inclusive person, it sounds like, and you like watered down drinks, you can get a lot of watered down drinks. And beaches from mediocre to spectacular. So there you go. That's an all-inclusive resort there for you. We did this, the Dolphin, Sharks, and Sea Lion Adventures, 170. We've done many adventures with animals, and this is good for kids. This is good for adults. Families were there. I had my family there. And this is actually like a picture you get to take. There's a snorkel tank you get to go. Now, you're not out in the water. This is kind of like a big aquarium that this was captured in. And then you get to sit on the sea line, get to go through the birds. They put some bird food in your hands. And as you walk in and the bird, there's a lot of birds. There's more, there's probably hundreds of birds in there. And they eat out of your hand. It's kind of a weird feeling. Sea lion, this is so you get to watch the show and everybody leaves except for the people that paid for the adventure. They bring you down to the front. Then you get some one-on-one time with the sea lions. Now the shark, I was a little bit uncomfortable here. This is a real thing here, and it's worth noting that if you're shy, Everyone that paid for this, you get down into the stadium, you're down in the steps, and then they like get a shark to kind of sit on your lap. And just, gentlemen, it's worth noting, the head of the shark is in a precarious place for me. It's worth noting if you're really if you're anxious, maybe that's not something to consider. I guess I'm getting anxious. I was like, oh, come on, buddy. But this would have been fine. It would have been great holding the tail. It's just where the head wasn't super ideal. Yep. This must have been closed when we did it because that was not available for us. Okay. So let's get down in here. Did not get the full excursion. I guess some things are open, some things aren't. We all actually almost missed the shark due to a very heavy rainstorm. But in the tropics, usually the rain comes and goes, and I mean it poured buckets. And the food was good though. The food was, well, they said it was terrible. I thought the food was no worse than what was on a cruise ship, honest to God. And if you think the cruise ship food is miserable, well, then this I guess would be the same. I enjoyed it. It was fine. Uh, the $80 to $90, that's right for the pictures, and I thought that was okay. We ended up with, oh man, probably 100 pictures, seemingly 20 to 30 at each one of the things here. So, but these people are saying, hey, look, it was a lot of money. I've spent this amount of money in Mexico to do a similar excursion, and it was a much smaller enclosure. The dolphin water didn't smell super good because it was super small. But if you're looking for something to do with kids, yeah, $170. It's a bit much, but I felt compared to every other place that I've done this excursion was worth it. Ocean Cabana. All I know is every time I book the cruise and it goes through Amber Cove, and I got 3 lined up. And I've been here, oh man, a dozen times. The cabanas sell out fast. So if it's important for you to get off the ship, go to a cabana and relax off on the dock. Make that a priority to book early, and then book your cruise early, and then book the excursion soon. Zip lining. The last time we were here, we did zip lining. It was fantastic. We didn't do the waterfall combo, but the zip lining is absolutely fantastic. Let's read some of the rules and regulations here, because while there is something for everybody, not everything is for somebody. And so here, hey, look at all these people having fun. Yeah, helmets up, throw your helmets up. And I think this, getting some water. Here's a little bit of the zip line bridge. Hey, we're having a lot of fun. And then there's a Jeep that drives you through there. All right, some of the rules. 40-minute hike to the waterfall first. And then maximum weight is 250. And that's probably for the waterfall stuff. I am over 250, and I did the zip lining just fine. And the zip line was a great experience. So anyway, each one of these things has a little bit of rules and regulations that you need to follow. Here's a beach thing, 3.5 stars. If you're a beach person, you just, everyone can do the beach. It doesn't say all inclusive, so that means there's probably no food and drink available. And the beaches on Puerto Plata is, not like the Gulf of Mexico, but perhaps a little bit more enjoyable than, the North Atlantic. Water was great. Small waves, that's good. Very nice beach, very good. It's just okay. Here's where a 2-star review can learn a lot about it. So they like the tour guide, and then the destination, wasn't super good. Beach chairs were sounds like my HOA. We were greeted by 8 staff members, and then we didn't see them again. That happens. Amazing, and this person said amazing beach. Hey, wow, this is spectacular. Looks like you get some, what is that, chips and beans. Beach looks fine. It's a little rocky. It's not white powder sugar sand, but, fish and chips, $15. That's pretty reasonable. So if you're a beach person, ta-da, that is certainly right up your avenue there. All right, so up here we'll scroll down a little bit. It looks like things are getting sorted. All right, there's the cabana. There's the waterfalls, all inclusive, and then you got horseback riding. The forts. This is what we're looking to do when we go back. Discover with traditional local flavors. This is absolutely something we're looking to do. The price is pretty reasonable. My kid is 12 for one more go, so we get to save $20, and you get to go in and tour the city, get a little bit of the culture. I want to prepare my kid to go to Rome, and this is, you know, it's not all zip lines and water slides. There's no zip lines in Rome. I don't even think they have very many water slides in Rome. It's a full day of go, but it's a fantastic tour. I think that's what we need. My wife needs a wheelchair for long distance, and they did good. They did good. They took care of it. Not the cigar factory. All right. All right. Well, this person wasn't super excited about the repetitive rum tour. These folks here took some pictures. I think it'd be a nice tour. So if you're into tours of the city, there you go. And it's looks pretty long, 5.5 hours. You're off the boat for a little bit of time, getting away from the boat. There's something to be said about that. It looks like the tour's pretty good. Hands-on chocolate, and I did that in Puerto Plata. If you want to, it's a little different than opening up a Hershey bar, and a little bit of culture. Hey, here we go. Monkey Land. Now you're talking. Now this again, I know it really sounded like I've done a lot of these, and I really have. Caution: one, it's a lot of fun, and two, I like if you so they give you this metal tin like you see here. They put, I don't know, 3 or 4 pieces of fruit in there, and as the guy goes, the monkeys know that guy has all the food, and as soon as he's in front of you, all the monkeys descend on you, and then they, it's like mass carnage, and so anyway, here's some pictures here. You will not end up with a full. I didn't see anybody with a full tin of fruit. It just, and then the monkeys do as they go, move the plate around. They will use you to get to the plate. They'll hang out, and they also, if you're worried, if you are, have like a germ phobia, it is worth noting that on the I don't know, there was about 18, 20 people on our tour. 3 of them, the lucky 3 is what we call them, the monkeys did have to use the restroom, and they couldn't discern human from actual facilities area. So if that's a concern of yours, it happens, and just be noted of it. So it's $95. Again, we're getting up there. I try to do excursions 70 and lower, but this one, this is $95. Uh, Monkey Land was great. The tour was bad. Let's see what they said about the tour. The city tour was awful. It's a money-seeking adventure. The church official. The church begged for money. Not too unusual, as I've ventured out into the world. Then you get pressured to buy jewelry. Not unusual. That is not unusual. Yep. And okay, well, I guess what's unusual, you go on a tour and then you're stopped at a place, and then that's their time to kind of get money. And then this person enjoyed it. It's so much fun. See? So I don't know. Read other reviews. We took 20-minute ride Monkeyland, about 30 minutes, 20 minutes to buy food and pictures. Yeah, that's 45 minutes listening to how to make chocolate and coffee. Yeah. Then they encourage you to buy it. Yeah. I'm looking at I'm looking at a jug of coffee that I'm looking at right now. My kid, and then the jewelry and souvenirs. The guys come out and say, "Hey, kid, want to buy a shark tooth?" Kid looks at me. Now I have a shark tooth. I'm the proud owner. Yeah, it's true. Okay, so you're getting the gist. So just if you're thinking of taking that excursion, some of the tours they will drop you off in front of places that sell stuff, and maybe Well, I was just in Nashville. Was visiting the mother-in-law, and some of the center places, they, pretty aggressively try to get you to sell perfumes or buy perfumes. More cabanas. So instead of the dolphin, shark, sea lion, this is just the dolphin. It's a little cheaper. I think it's like $20 cheaper, and you get to hang out with the dolphins. But again, like I said, you get way more time with the dolphins than in other places that I've done this now, 4 times. This one was the best, so I would recommend it here. Then you can go out and snorkel with lunch and drinks. You know what? If I don't do the city tour, I'm a big snorkeling guy. I might, it's just under my threshold. It's a little over my threshold, but if the snorkeling's good, this is what we might do for Thanksgiving. And Amber Cove, we're Grand Turk for Thanksgiving, so this will be the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. I've been snorkeling quite a bit. I don't know if I've ever seen that many fish descend upon a person. I've just never seen that many. Okay, so snorkel and dream awaits. Well, good. I like it. Let's go down here. Best excursion ever. They really enjoyed it. It was amazing. 25-minute bus ride. Yay, fantastic. Is there any bad reviews on this? Only a handful. I mean, look at that. Overall, 4.6. I guess I can go down and see what the 1 stars is, but I'm tempted. Do not recommend. The day we went, traffic was terrible, just terrible. No one greeted us. If you get an experience like this where it just took too long, I might suggest, leave a review, but also go to the Carnival customer service. If they say the bus time, because they tell you how long the transit time is in the tour. If it's not meeting your expectation, then just talk to them. And if you feel like you got shortchanged, they might give you a credit. You may not refund it all, but if you felt that, the bus broke down in 2 of your 5 hours, it might give you a prorated adjustment. Carnival has been very reasonable every time something didn't meet my expectations. These guys, let's see here. This is a couple years ago. Excited to go on the cat snorkeling trip. Should have read the reviews. All the reviews I read, it doesn't say anything about this. 45 minutes talking to ourselves. You know what? That is true. When you're on a catamaran, it's not super comfortable to sit on. Actually, that might that is worth noting. They're not super duper comfortable to sit on, and they pack them. They're full. I mean, obviously, probably within whatever the Dominican Republic Coast Guard regulations are, but they do pack them. Eco Lodge getaway farm to table experience. So if you want to go out and harvest some stuff and send it to the table, that's for you. Top 10 of Puerto Plata. That's what my parents did last time. They really enjoyed that. Get to go out and see, some of the key landmarks of the city. So if you don't have any, I did something similar in St. Martin. I had at the time an 11-year-old was not super excited about the top 10. Just worth noting. And then, so if you need, oh wow, look, 1 review, adults only beach resort. They didn't really like that. You got the zip and zoom beach break. There's 2 sets of zip lines. One is a little further inland, and then one is a little further down, close to the cruise ship. And then you got, so zip lining, you can do zip lining standalone. You can do zip lining with waterfall, zip lining, riding a horse. Whatever you want, they got. Let's see what some of the restrictions are for this. So there's a horse. Look at all of them having fun. They're like, hey, we're having fun. It is fun. Yes, the platform's high. Zip, it felt safe. You get to wear a leather glove and that's what slows you down, so your hand doesn't catch on fire. That's nice. Look at these people on the platform. Looks like these guys are doing tandem zip lining. Or that person got stuck and they'll come out and get you. So there's people all along the way, and this is a great picture. It's a great picture, but it doesn't really do justice of where you're getting this done at. It is really really scenic, and and you go over the creek bed. It is really really scenic, really enjoyable. Highly recommend it. So some of the details here: 250 closed toe shoes. And then if you, man, you know, it says credit card or debit card for purchases. The pictures, the dude that I was with did not take credit cards. He took PayPal and cash. So I did not get the pictures of this time. And what they do is, as the bus leaves the tour area, there's a dude and a couple dudes with cameras outside there, outside the restricted area of the port. They stop, let in the picture guy, and then you're off and on your way. The dude took pictures of us all day. And then I said, how much? And he said 60. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. And I hand him a card, and he goes, no, PayPal only. I'm like, oh, well, no, we won't be doing that. So we're worth noting. I don't typically carry cash ziplining, otherwise my cash would be everywhere. And then on the last page, 52 different excursions here. And here's the ziplining down by the cruise terminal. And then if you want to go up to the mountains, this is another one that I was thinking about doing. Mountain view and city sights. It looks like this is like Rio de Janeiro here. You got Christ the Savior up there. So you get to go. I mean, that's pretty, look at that. I mean, that's a nice view. You can take a selfie there, and that would be a good selfie. $59 a person. That's pretty reasonable. It looks like it's pretty favorably reviewed. 2 parts, mountain view. Let's see if we can't read this one a little bit more. What did they not like about it? Second part was city sights. We dropped old Fort Cool Lighthouse, but we're not allowed to get off the bus. It's a lighthouse. I guess I could deal with that. So okay, cool. You know, it's good to know. We might not stop in the city. Awful. Let's see. This one was 23 days ago, so we're early September here. 19th cruise. First time leaving a bad review. First stop. Once we arrive, swarmed by locals to buy stuff. Yes, that's true. They didn't like that. It rained. I bet they didn't like that either. It rained for a half hour. That's a long time of rain. But we all declined because it was raining. Yep. Just wanted to leave. I think the weather might have hindered the enjoyment of this. All right, so that's some of the stuff that Carnival offers. Now, there are some third-party options available, and we will take a look at those right here. So you saw some of the excursions. Viator, I'm going to show you what's available at a high level, and then you can take a look and see if the risk is worth the reward. The reward is saving money. The risk is, when you do one of these excursions not through Carnival, if you are not back for any reason, the boat would it can leave without you. And there's enough Facebook social media posts that shows that it can leave without you. If you're on a Carnival excursion and it's late, the boat will wait for you. So that's pros and cons. How important is it? And there's any number of reasons. If you go up, like the zip lining, if you take your own personal transportation up there, if the car breaks down, is there a taxi nearby? Like, you're really on the hook to get to the next port in a timely fashion. Then you can get a private charter for $2,000. So there's stuff here that is available. And I'd just like to show it, and it's worth noting. And then the city that Amber Cove is next to is Puerto Plata. So the waterfalls there. Yeah, it is cheaper. I mean, $55, 27 waterfalls, shore excursion there, 7 waterfalls if you don't want 27. So yeah, it is certainly cheaper, and it's definitely worth noting. So long story short, there is a lot of things to do, ranging from nothing, just hanging out in the cruise ship, enjoying everyone off, you're just shopping in the cruise port, getting some duty-free stuff. Amber Cove has some, if liquor and tobacco products, Cuban cigars, if that's more your thing, that you can do that. And then sky's the limit, whatever you want to do. There's no wrong way to excursion. So until the next video, I hope you travel safe and take care.